Everybody, it's your boy Mikhail Casanova back at you with another video. I'm Hawaii's favorite YouTuber, and I kind of want to speak on something that unless you live in Hawaii, you would not know how bad it is because the news doesn't really cover it. If you live anywhere in the continental U.S. or in another country, you think of Hawaii, all you think of would be beaches, sunshine, beautiful women, pineapples and whatnot. And there's some validity to it, but then there are other issues out here that I honestly feel need to be addressed. And the biggest problem, one of the biggest problems I see out here is the fact that we have so many homeless. Now, there are homeless people that are, some are cool, but you also have a lot of homeless people that are not. There's depending on what area, it's kind of like they run the block, because you've got some with some severe mental health issues, and many are very volatile. Now, I've heard this rumor that other states pay the state of Hawaii to have their homeless flown here. And if that is true, I think that is very fucked up, because Hawaii has way too many homeless people here. Like, the homeless situation is insane. We have a lot of beautiful parks out here. And, I live next to about 3. And I've noticed that I can't feel safe or comfortable taking my children, or just going to a park because of the homeless situation being as horrible as it is. Because even when parks are renovated and modernized and they're looking all nice, either within that same day or very shortly after, homeless people just flock to it. And it's something that I wish our local government would start addressing. Now, I know by the airport there's like a section of housing or something where they're trying to build housing for the homeless and whatnot, because you have a lot of homeless families living out here too. And I don't understand that. Like, how are you allowed to have kids and babies and be homeless? I know this is kind of a controversial opinion, but I'd rather the child be put in the system than to have to live with parents that cannot provide for the child, because as a parent, your responsibility is to your child. And it's one of those things that just, as a parent myself, I look at that and I think, something should be done about it. Like I was saying earlier, when it comes to parks, we got a lot of beautiful parks out here. You almost can't go there because the homeless they pile up. They wreck and destroy the parks. You don't want to risk touching anything because there's a lot of, you could get something. You can get staph infection or worse. One of the most prevalent drugs that a lot of people out here use is something called batu or ice. And it's concerning when you go to some of these parks and you see, needles and shit like that. And it just, as a parent, like I said, it really concerns me. Like, I do not feel comfortable taking my kids to any park out here. And it seems like the homeless situation is getting worse. Like, at one of the UH science campuses that we have over on Almona Boulevard, in a nice area that they've actually, the city's actually renovated this whole area to make it more nice, even though it's kind of a similar sort of industrial area. There's still a significant population of homeless are there. And if you drive past it, it is the worst, I swear to God, it's the worst smell you will ever smell in your life. That's how bad it is. And it just, I don't know. Like, I don't know how they don't address it. I don't know how they just allow it to be what it is, because it's concerning to me. It's just, you smell, that smell is just horrible. Now I understand, and I don't want to come off as a heartless asshole. You know, people thinking, you know, I don't care about homeless, that, you know, people being down on hard times. As I've said before, you know, I've been homeless myself. When I was in college for 2 years, I was homeless. Nobody knew. I didn't promote it or let people really know. Those who did know, you know, they did their best to help me out here and there, but ultimately I decided to do what I had to do to get back on my feet, to take care of myself, because it's not anyone else's responsibility to take care of me. It's not the state's, it's not the president's, it's not anyone's, it's not, the onus is not on anyone but me. And, you know, I pulled myself together to get my life back on track. But it's just something, you know, when I'm seeing the severity of the homeless situation out here, and I don't know what can be done. I don't know what needs to be done. I don't even know what can be done on my end to like help out, because I've had situations where like I've tried to give food to homeless, and this is the thing that kind of gets me, you know, when I'm dealing with some of the homeless people out here, the indignation is like, they beg, you have many that beg for food, beg for clothes and whatnot. Many times I've gotten food for them, and the first thing they'll be like, well, I don't eat that. Can you get something, give me something else to eat, because I don't eat that. I don't like that. And my thing is, if you're hungry, does it matter? You know, it just, and I've gotten to a point, like, when it comes to trying to get food for homeless people, I don't, because, you know, you don't know how to react, and I'm not trying to do this out of something like expecting them to be grateful, but it's like, if you're hungry and someone's offering you food or going to buy you some food, then, you know, why give them attitude? You know, like I say, you got a lot of them that are very, 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 very volatile. You don't know what they'll do. There are some, like, further upstream in my area where they'll put feces in their hand or shit in their hand, throw it at you. You know, like shit that monkeys would do. And it's just, it's concerning. I'm concerned with how Hawaii is turning with this homeless situation, and I don't know what can be done about it, but something needs to be done, because it's really getting out of hand. And hopefully this video will bring some awareness to it. Maybe it'll remove that veil of Hawaii being the paradise that, you know, media wants you to think it is. I don't know. Kind of is what it is. But why don't you guys tell me what you think below. If you guys like this video, please like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.